now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 30 base.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Ready, ready! 90, Wolf!
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On first down, McQueen. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Look at me, zipper!
Push him back. Never mind, 52, right 52. I'm here.
Looking to throw on second down. Copeland, and incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check.
Go!
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Bravo!
2. Watch 52. 52 is the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check. 52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic.
Spies!
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Hurry! Spies!
Operating from the gun, Copeland. Cooper's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Throwing on first down. Copeland. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11.
I got you.
Hey, 43, 15.
Shift. General, fast. Rush in.
Yellow.
You go tight.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 17-yard line.
For yellow. Fire.
Ready? Patrick.
Come back.
From the 17, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the twist.
Hey, team 6.
52, Mike 52. Watch the curl. 5-2 to Mike. Mike 5-2. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Hey, Wahoo!
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. Are you getting the
Go.
On 3rd down, Copeland. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 62 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, switch gears.
Now Ito Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. We ain't giving them nothing to get. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, McQueen. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. 15.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's it. Big hit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Safety screaming. Check 4, check 4. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS.
Yellow.
Watch the eye. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yellow. Attack.
45. Mike, 45.
80 weapon. Check. Fresno.
Check 45 to Mike.
On first down, Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch the safety creep. Check 52.
On second down now, McQueen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
43.
Here we go.
Mahomes now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Yellow.
Joker. Kill.
Hey, Riblet.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent gain, 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll try and run with their fullback. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
45's the mic, 45's the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
36, 36.
15, 15.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Let's get it.
At the Falcons' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
15.
Check. 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 Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye.
Watch twitch. Watch the twitch.
Hey, ripple is.
Switch. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Yellow.
Check.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Off play action. Copeland letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52.
Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw on second down. Copeland looking deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Cooper was the target there.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
45.
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
H3-2-18. Chopper, chopper. Flare.
Hey, 57.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go, D. Here I come.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
You see me out here? That's what
take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, set.
52, Mike 52. Norman John. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Alert. Alert. 3 down. 3 down.
Check 13. Check.
Go. Yo, go, go. Tight go. Let's go.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
General West. Deep rip.
A give to Smith out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hustle. Fight.
Looking to throw. Copeland sliding out of the pocket. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mike 5-4. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 50.
Mahomes now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Check 50.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
52, Mike 52. I got it. Mike 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, Mike,
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Go! And 2 stop.
Hey, watch the slant.
Off the play fake. Copeland. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Come.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Run, 59. Smooth.
52. 52. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Hey.
New mic, 52, right, 52.
Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down. Copeland nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Baby, your sock. Hey, take your socks out back to home. Socks out back to home.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fighting through. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Jags have just scored as they'll add on to their lead. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Let's go, defense.
Blue draw Corker. Hit it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
52's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Copeland. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with them. They on attack when they tackle like damages. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. I can climb with the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets, the coach was regretting when the team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all